The year was 2014 too, and humanity had reached a pinnacle it had never truly imagined. Towering cities sprawled across continents, linked by shimmering networks of instantaneous communication, hover trains, and orbital transports that danced between planets. Humanity had mastered its own environment, bending climate, energy, and engineering to its will. Yet beneath the polished facades, the world remained fractured. Political borders were sharp and immovable. Culture clashed violently, and resources were hoarded by the privileged. While some regions gleamed with wealth and technological marvels, others festered with unrest, poverty, and desperation. The world was a tapestry of contradictions, its people brilliant yet fragile, united by a shared sky, yet divided by everything else. On a day that seemed ordinary, that balance shattered. It began with a shadow, a creeping, unnatural darkness that swallowed the morning sun. The streets fell silent. Birds froze mid-flight. Cameras, trained on the sky, caught the first glimmers of an unimaginable shape descending through the clouds. A spacecraft, colossal beyond comprehension, hovered over the world, its spires bristling with alien technology. Symbols glowed along its hull, their patterns both mesmerizing and menacing. Energy rippled across its surface like heat waves, bending light and casting eerie reflections over cities, oceans, and mountains alike. The people of Earth froze. Leaders convened in panic. Military forces were mobilized in minutes. Fleets scrambled to the edge of the atmosphere, and scientists worked furiously to understand what was coming. But nothing in humanity's collective experience prepared them for the voice that would soon echo from every screen, every speaker, every hologram. "We are the Velians," a voice said, cold, commanding, unmistakably alien. "Daughters of the stars, we have come to your primitive world not as equals but as conquerors. You will serve the Velian Empire, you will labor for our glory, or you will perish." The figure that followed the announcement was Empress Zelara herself. Regal, terrifying, clad in armor that gleamed like molten steel, her piercing blue eyes radiated authority and disdain. She looked upon humanity not with curiosity, but with amusement, as though observing ants under a magnifying glass. She mocked Earth's technological achievements, comparing cities to toys, space stations to dolls' houses, and as the world watched, she made her intentions clear. Resistance was irrelevant. Submission was inevitable. Within hours, the Velians struck. Smaller ships detached from the mothercraft, descending on strategic locations, military bases, communication hubs, cities. The air was filled with the roar of anti-gravity engines, the crackle of alien weaponry, and the panic of billions of terrified humans. Earth's defenses, advanced as they were, crumbled under the precision of the invaders. Entire cities fell in hours. Civilians were rounded up, enslaved, or killed. The world had become a playground for a civilization that had spanned the stars, indifferent to the survival of lesser species. And yet, amidst the chaos, hope sparked in the shadows. Project Genesis, a secret initiative conceived decades earlier, had prepared for this very moment. Scientists, engineers, and visionaries had unlocked latent potential in the human genome, creating a new breed of defenders, individuals with extraordinary ability. These her sons, as they were known within the project, had been raised in isolation, trained in secrecy, their minds and bodies honed for combat, strategy, and survival. Led by Alex Hunter, a man of formidable intellect and unparalleled tactical acumen, they emerged as humanity's last line of defense. Alex, tall, broad-shouldered, with piercing green eyes that seemed to see through lies and fear alike, embodied the culmination of Project Genesis's vision. Alongside him were Luna, Max, and Zara, each a master of their unique abilities. Luna, a telekinetic, could move massive objects, disarm enemies, and create barriers from pure willpower. Max, the powerhouse, could crush enemies with superhuman strength and withstand blows that would fell ordinary men. Zara, a technopath, interfaced with any machine, twisting alien technology against its creators with a thought. Together, they were the embodiment of humanity's resilience, defiance, and ingenuity. Ingenuity. Their first strikes were small, precise, and devastating. Scattered Velian detachments fell to sabotage, guerrilla attacks, and technological subversion. Supply lines were severed, communication networks corrupted, and prisoners liberated. The invaders, confident in their superiority, were forced to realize that humanity did not fight like any other species. Humans were unpredictable, ruthless, and adaptive. Each battle escalated. The Velians, initially dismissive, began deploying elite warriors, the daughters of Zalara, clad in advanced armor, trained since birth for combat, and utterly loyal to their empress. They moved with speed and grace that humans had never seen. Cities became war zones, space stations were stormed, entire fleets vanished, and yet humanity adapted. They learned Velian tactics, turned alien technology against its masters, and struck back with cunning and ferocity. The battles on Earth and in orbit became legendary. Rusted cargo ships, outfitted with scavenged alien weapons, crashed into Velian cruisers. Jury-rigged drones swarmed and detonated with precision. Cities became traps. Human resistance cells multiplied, scattering across continents, striking and disappearing like shadows. Each strike was unpredictable, each success emboldening the defenders and spreading terror among the Velians. Zalara herself took notice. The Empress, who had dismissed humans as inconsequential, began to realize the gravity of their defiance. The first confrontations between Alex and Zalara were cataclysmic, a clash of human ingenuity against Velian supremacy. Energy blades met relic Earth technology enhanced by Zara's hacking. Battles raged through cities, orbital platforms, and hidden bunkers. Humanity fought not just for survival, but to reclaim their planet and assert that their spirit could never be broken. Meanwhile, the world began to rally behind the Her Sons. Civilians provided shelter, supplies, and intelligence. Underground networks coordinated resistance cells. Even nations fractured by politics found common cause. Humanity became not just a species in defense, but a singular, united force of ingenuity, courage, and vengeance. As months turned to years, humanity's legend grew. Whole fleets of Velian ships disappeared without a trace. Entire regions fell into chaos, not solely from combat, but from fear, misinformation, and the human mastery of psychological warfare. Supply convoys vanished, colonies rebelled preemptively, and the once unassailable Velian Empire found itself on the defensive. The galaxy watched in awe and terror as a species once deemed primitive and weak turned into a force unlike any other. Through it all, Alex, Luna, Max, and Zara continued their mission, infiltrating enemy strongholds, sabotaging massive weapons of mass destruction, and striking fear into the hearts of their oppressors. Each victory was followed by careful retreat, leaving no trace of their presence, creating myths and whispers that spread faster than propaganda. The final confrontation came at the heart of the Velian command, a massive orbital citadel. The daughters of Zalara met humanity's champions in a battle that would decide the fate of Earth. The Empress herself faced Alex, the two clashing in a dance of steel, fire, and wit. Strategy and instinct intertwined as weapons flared and buildings collapsed around them. Humanity's ingenuity clashed with Velian supremacy, each strike a testament to the human will to survive and adapt. In the end, it was not merely strength or technology that won the day. It was spirit. The Empress, witnessing the courage, creativity, and unity of humans, was forced to reconsider everything she had believed. A fragile truce emerged, tentative cooperation was forged, and the galaxy learned that humans could never be underestimated again. Legends were born. Entire fleets whispered their names in fear. Civilians spoke of Her Sons who rose from the ashes of destruction to defy gods. Aliens, conquerors, who had once considered humanity a footnote in the galactic ledger, learned that humans were monsters not because of power alone, but because of adaptability, cunning, and an unyielding will. They did not seek empires, they sought survival. And when threatened, they became unstoppable. The day humans became galactic monsters was not a single moment, but a saga, a relentless, sprawling war that reshaped stars, rewritten the rules of combat, and reminded the universe that the species it had underestimated would never again bow, and the galaxy would never forget.